The forest loomed like a dark, living place, its branches twisting overhead like fingers. Red Riding Hood ran, her red cloak flashing like fire through the shadows. Sometimes she thought she heard whispers just beyond the trees, shapes moving in the corner of her eyes, always vanishing when she tried to look directly at them. Her breath came fast and shaky as wet leaves and tangled roots caught at her feet. A low growl drifted through the trees, and yellow eyes seemed to flicker between the trunks. Something was following her, silent and patient, never fully seen. The cottage appeared ahead, small and leaning, fragile in the dark. Inside the cottage, she saw her grandmother on the bed, her body torn and bent at wrong angles. Blood soaked the sheets and splashed the walls, turning the room into something unrecognizable. Her grandmother's eyes were half open, her chest rising in weak, uneven breaths, as if she were only moments away from death. Red Riding Hood spun, heart hammering, and ran back outside the house, fear driving her forward as the sound of something wild lingered behind her. Terror pushed her onward until she burst into a clearing where the hunter stood waiting for her, tall and still. Her hands shook as she pointed back toward the cottage, certain the wolf had attacked. The hunter's eyes were alert. A memory, still raw and unbidden, clawed at him, the gruesome scene he had witnessed through the window. The hunter stepped closer, grip tightening on his weapon. His eyes betrayed doubt. He was not a monster, and yet the world demanded judgment. Panic clouded her thoughts. She glanced between the trees and the path behind her, certain she was being watched. She ran once more, lungs burning and legs trembling. The hunter chased after her, his footsteps heavy and close behind, pushing her forward in blind fear. When she reached the cottage again, she slipped inside and crouched beside the bed, shaking. The hunter followed soon after, his presence heavy in the small room, the silence pressing in from all sides. The hunter had seen the event unfold through the window, and the memory lingered, curling his skin with its dread and sending shivers down his spine. Her grandmother lifted a weak hand and began to explain. She spoke of her granddaughter's fragile mind, of a childhood filled with fear and confusion, of years spent trying to protect her from the world and from herself. Her words slowly reshaped the truth, revealing that the danger was not what it had seemed. Red Riding Hood remained hidden, trembling. With her final breath, the grandmother begged the hunter to forgive the child she had raised in isolation, calling her loving, gentle, and deeply broken. The room felt thick and heavy with the truth. Outside, the forest stood silent and still, as if it had always known what the girl truly was. The hunter stood unmoving, knife raised, his face caught between doubt and duty. Slowly, he stepped toward the bed. Red Riding Hood sobbed quietly, her red cloak bright against the dim room. The silence stretched on, thick and unbearable, leaving the moment suspended between mercy and violence.